Hey, good morning. My name is Satara Robinson, and we are doing our February 1st Start Strong. Today, we are going to be focusing on recognizing your debts to tackle them. So, we're going to understand debts to create effective management strategies. So that's what we're going to be going over today. I do apologize. I just sniffled a little. Um, but yes, that's what today is about. I will like to first just make some exciting announcements. Our February's newsletter is out on our website, www.herpurposefinance.com. And I want everyone to know that we do offer life insurance and retirement services. Not only can I be a resource to tell you these things and break them down, but I can also be a source with helping you effectively fill one out or apply for insurance, whether it's term, life, whole life, annuities, whatever have you. So remember, you always can reach out to me for that. Again, on our website, we offer last will and testaments. You can completely fill this out. It is completely free. All you have to do is get it notarized, give it to a safe person, and then keep one safely for yourself. Okay. So, last will and testaments. I do want to say happy Black History Month to all people. Um, I like to celebrate everyone. I know we live in a world where uh being diverse or certain things are becoming a problem. But I think if we lead with love, everyone should be celebrated. We shouldn't just relegate it to just 1 month. So, but everyone. So happy Black History Month. Nevertheless, we do have our new book out, Credit Score Mindfulness. It was revamped and everything. So don't forget to check that out. So, with further ado, we're going to get right into our um, PowerPoint because that's how I like to teach. One second, one moment. If you hear noise in the background, I am a mom, you guys. So, um, my mothering does not stop. But I do want to be respectful to the watchers and all those who decide to view. I do like to say that we are recording these sessions and putting them on our YouTube channel that you can like and subscribe to. Other than that, any confidential information or questions being asked, we will definitely edit that stuff out. So let's get started. All right. So recognizing your debt to tackle it. All right. Understanding debt to create effective management strategies. Our agenda today is overview of debt types, recognizing and assisting debt and strategies for managing debts. All right. So, understanding your debt. There are several types of debt. Debt can take many forms, including credit cards, student loans, mortgages, and medical bills. Each type has a unique characteristic. Implications for financial health. Understand how different forms of debt impact your financial health. It's critical for effective management and planning. So, um, just as a caveat, I currently am in a few $1,000s of debt, right? But I think the best way to kind of assist others, help others, is to first operate on yourself. Like, I can't teach you guys effective ways to do things if I don't practice them. So, the reason why I like to effectively teach is because I practice these things daily. So, with the debts that I am now dealing with, which this is life, I never said that financial freedom meant you were debt free. You need debt to obtain wealth, okay? You just have to know how to manage it effectively. So, with that being said, I am doing a real-time budgeting, um, paying off my debts for myself and my family, and I record everything that I am doing. I am very transparent with these things, and I believe that if you guys see it in real time, you can, implement what I do. And you can tweak it as to where you can do certain things for your family. Everyone does not hold the same debts. However, it's better to see and learn these things, and you can visualize it, then you would know how to, treat your lifestyle. So that is out there. It's on our YouTube channel. And every time I get paid, I pay my debts. And I got a lot, y'all. But it's because I have a home. I own my home. My husband has a car note. I have a car note. Our kids are in daycare. It's life. So it's not that I went to go get a $1 million something. No, these are regular debts that you occur over time. All right. So effectively managing your debt, or effective debt management, recognizing the nature of your debts help in developing strategies to manage them effectively and improve your financial situation. So that's what I just said. Uh, I recognized where my debts were, and I know how to effectively manage them. So I'll give an example. I'll give an example. I have a credit card. I have 5 credit cards, but only three hold a balance. So with those credit cards, it was one card that I owed exceedingly more on, and another one that I could not do the balance due. I still paid the card so I won't get any late charges, or it wouldn't, ding my credit score, but I paid way less than the minimum balance that they were asking for. So you can do that, but you have to know how to play the financial game. So I played the financial game very well because I had to pay the one credit card. You'll see if you want to view those videos, but you have to make decisions. You have to make choices in your life, period. And that was the choice that I made, to pay exceedingly less than the amount due. But the gain from that was it wasn't going to affect my credit because now there's no late payments because I didn't pay nothing. So, next slide. Debt types of debt. You have secured loans. Secured loans are um, loans with lower interest rates. Okay. You have unsecured loans. These usually have higher interest rates. These could be vehicles. Um, these could be, well, that's kind of a bias for me, because if you have bad credit, your interest rate is going to be exceedingly high. And I am a credit person as well. So, secured loans and unsecured loans, um, those could vary. All right. I would say a secured loan has a consistent amount that you pay over time. Like if you have a mortgage and your mortgage is like, let's say 1,200 a month. That's a secured loan because that's not going to change. But an unsecured loan, like a credit card, is unsecured because they can ask you for more whenever they want. They can ask you for more or less. So, like with a credit card, when your balance is high, they'll ask you for a higher minimum balance due at the time of payment. But when your balance is lower, it could be as low as $35. Everybody should have that. But it's one credit card that I have to pay almost $800 on, but I hold a higher balance. So um, that's life. However, I still hold a really good credit score because we know how to play the game. And I'm going to teach you how to play the game as well. Nevertheless, importance of debt recognition. Recognizing the types of debt you have is crucial as it influences repayment options and the associated interests. Okay? Effect Effects of debt. Impacts on your credit score. All right? It impacts your credit score heavily. I tell people, because I do credit, when you have a credit card, they will tell you, excuse me, people will tell you to keep the balance lower than 33%. I don't say that. I say 20. Why do I say 20? Because if you get to 25%, your credit score is not going to drop because it's technically as in regards to FICO, 33%. So I say stay 20% or lower. Why? Because we still need to have good credit scores. We should not be totally ruining our credit scores. Don't ruin your trans before you get it. Okay? Um, so we have to understand how these debts affect our credit scores. All right? Let me go back. All right, I do apologize about that. Okay, one second, 'cause I need to go back. All right, financial stability. High levels of debt can lead to financial instability, making it difficult to meet monthly expense and saving goals. So, one thing that Her Purpose Finance offers, amongst the many things, is debt management. Again, financial freedom does not mean debt free. It means proper management of the debts that you have. So, if you manage your debts properly, you can still hold them. So, with Her Purpose Finance, I help people by breaking down their debts and showing them how to maneuver. And then it will help you be able to meet monthly expenses and saving goals. I always tell people you should not be paying more to companies than you are paying into your um savings account. For example, w- we live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I'm going to say that there are several programs out here to help you pay certain bills. There are many requirements, but a lot of requirements we do meet as people. That's why these programs are out here. Do not be ashamed if you have to utilize a certain program. There are several programs, like with our We Energies company. There is a program called the Lift Plan or the Lift Program. Look into it. It is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing. And it will also help you manage your debts because it could become a form of a secured loan if you get what I'm trying to say. But yeah, utilize these programs. They're out here to help you. However, don't abuse the programs because there are people who are out here that needs them. And if we have individuals that are abusing programs and not using integrity, that's when we fall into the lines of wrong. So I do use several programs because I am qualified to use them to help me, manage my money. And it's not a bad idea. Nevertheless, mental health consequences. I am huge on this. This is another reason why Her Purpose Finance was birthed because I was a single mom when I first started. Um, well, when I first started my job. And I saw that the stresses of this life and not having enough money was I wasn't the best mom in the beginning because I worked more than I was around my kid. And it causes a lot of things. And when my son turned, I believe, 4, he said, "Mommy, you work too much." And that was like my light bulb. Like you never want your child to feel neglected because you're trying to take care of life. It was never meant to work like that. So that's why I call it Her Purpose Finance, because it's my purpose to keep people from these pitfalls, to keep people from turning to negligence or any type of substance abuse because they're stressed, because they need some relief. So the burden of debt can lead to anxiety and stress, impacting overall mental health and well being. I am big on that. Next slide. You almost got me emotional there. Recognizing your debt, understanding financial situations. Recognizing your current financial situation is vital to effectively managing and tackling your debt. Awareness of your finances can lead to better decision making. I am here to help you make better decisions. I made the wrong decisions a lot in my life dealing with my finances. But when I had that light bulb, that is my 4-year-old son who is 9 now, I really I've gotten over that hump and I want to help a lot of people get over that as well. Creating a repayment plan. A clear and realistic repayment plan can help you navigate your debt effectively. It is essential to prioritizing payments based on your interest rates and deadlines. So, there is something, and we can do our own research. Um, However, there is something called the avalanche method and the snowball method. Those are two different ways to tackle debt. I do go over those, but we won't go over it today because there is a specific thing that I want us to do prior to going through that. All right. We're going to go through that on the 15th of February, which will be the third um, Saturday of the month. And we will go over that so you can effectively eliminate that or begin to. All right. So look up the avalanche method and the snowball method. And these are two methods to tackle debts. Okay. Path to financial recovery. Understanding your debt is the first step towards financial recovery. Using this knowledge to set achievable goals for debt-free for a debt-free future. That is self-explanatory. All right. Assessing your financial situations. We have to review our income. When you go onto my website, there is a principal document section. All right. This is the homework. So principal document session, or section. I want you guys to print those out. Okay. Print out the budgeting sheet by Her Purpose Finance. I want you guys to print that out and then I want you to fill it out. It is very, very extensive, very, very detailed. And I want you to do the math at the bottom because you can see in real time if you are not working hard enough, if you are working hard enough but can't keep your head above water, there is a lot of things that you can find out and a lot of realizations that we can come to when filling out that debt sheet. So, when it says review income and expenses, that's what that sheet is doing. Absolutely that. All right? You evaluate your debts and then you create a financial snapshot. Then develop a debt management plan. So, in that, I tell people, hey, go through that sheet, fill everything out, right? When you do the math at the bottom, we know where we are. Now, go through that sheet again and see if you missed anything, all right? And then go through the sheet one more time and see if it's any expense that you can cross out because sacrifice pays off, small sacrifices. I had my son at 25. I had my son at 25. I had my son at 25. Um, and I was living in an apartment. Actually, I was living in low income at first. Then I said I did not want to have a baby in low income because it was, pretty rough. And then I said, you know what? I want to move in this apartment. I moved in the apartment. I stayed there for a while. But then it's like things were happening, Um, just things. I just like I said, the whole mental thing and uh um the mental health consequences that finances could have on you. So I made the decision to purchase a home. However, if you need my services for home loan consolidation or home loan consultation, I will tell you the real things you should think about. Don't think about if you want one bedroom, two bedroom, three. That's the stuff you talk about when you get with a realtor. But the consultation part of it, I'm going to tell you the things that you should truly consider because unbeknownst to me, I was considering those things that realtors won't tell you to consider. I'll just give an example. I was approved for over 100,000, but I said I could not spend any more than 75. Mind you, the market was different. The market was very different in 2017, but I said that because of my income and I am a single mom, I cannot spend any more than 75,000. And they were like, "You're not going to take it all?" Absolutely not. You sure? Nope. Do you want it in a what do you call it? A reconstructive loan where if you get a home that needs some help, you can have it? Nope, I don't want it. I just want this. Thank you. So I got my home. I found a nice one for 80,000. The bank paid what 3%, and I just had to give my 75. So trust me, I'll tell you the things you should really think about. Don't think about how many rooms you want. Don't think about if I want the backyard to be big enough or if I want 200,000 square feet. Nope. There are some things that you have to think about that can keep you from regretting your decision later. All right. Okay. Creating a debt inventory. Same thing. List your debts, include interest rates, payment due dates, prioritize your debts. I don't know if you guys ever seen on Shein, that's how you say it. And Timu, they have these chore lists and they're so cute. It's like a X when you don't do it and then a check mark when you do it. All right. So I bought some of those, and originally I bought them for my kids to make sure their chores were done. But then I was like, hold on, Her Purpose Finance could use this. So I redid the sheet and put all my credit cards, and then I put my home loans and car loans in the inserts. And I was like, okay, did I pay this month? Did I pay this that month? And it really helped. So I really want you guys to know that there are so many things out here to help us make better decisions, and we don't have to pay thousands of dollars for it. I think I paid $1 for that little checklist thing, and it works. It works. It lets me know that I am a mother, I am an entrepreneur, I am a wife, but I have to pay bills. I have to manage our household. So I forget to, but with that list, I could check it right off. Check it right off. Check, 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 check. So that's what creating a debt inventory is, just keeping track of everything you owe, when you owe it, and how much everything is. It's really fun. All right, next slide. Tackling debt effectively. In order to tackle debt effectively, you have to recognize it. Then you have to create a budget. So when you fill out that sheet, that's what you're actually doing. Then you have to explore your repayment strategies. And then if you need professional assistance, I am here to help. Satara Robinson of Her Purpose Finance, www.herpurposefinance.com, or you can reach me via call or text at 1-800-554-4116. Yes, that is a real number. I wanted it to be easy. But if you call or text it, yours truly will answer. Okay? Budgeting strategies. Okay, I hope this isn't going into my next week, but it could be a caveat to or precursor to next or the next 2 weeks. Importance of budgeting. Creating a budget helps manage finances effectively and ensures funds are allocated properly towards debt repayment. Tackling or tracking your spending, monitoring your spending is essential to identifying areas where you can cut back and save money for debt payments. Now, that what we call is making sacrifices. Okay? We know that we all have these amenities because we want them and we feel like we deserve them. Like I love Bath and Body Work candles. So I do go and get their large candles that are $24, but I had to stop going to get them every 2 to 3 months because $24 really adds up. And then voila, someone told me that they have a year end sale on candles. Do you know I stock up for the whole year? So you can make sacrifices on the things that you feel like you want and you enjoy, because in some areas you can't sacrifice. I'm going to say in the area of Wi-Fi, you can't sacrifice because everything runs on Wi-Fi now. So a home without Wi-Fi is pretty tough. Um, because our phone services don't give us good internet. And once you use up your hotspot, it's gone. You can't live without electricity. You'll be cold in the winters. We live in Wisconsin. So it's some areas that you can't sacrifice. But those amenities that we like, going out to eat, going to the movies, lessen that, because trust me, that stuff adds up. And lastly, prioritizing debt payments. Prioritizing debt payments in your budget is crucial to reducing financial stress and pay off obligations faster. This is some good information, you guys. I hope you're listening because I am. Oh, here's those methods. All right. So, again, the avalanche and the snowball method. The avalanche method is the the method that focusing on paying off debts with the highest interest rate first, saving money on interest rates over time. The snowball method is the method that emphasizes paying off smaller debts first, providing a sense of accomplishment and motivation to tackle larger debts. So those are the two that are huge. And I don't have a favorite out the two because I do both. Okay. I actually mix them up a bit. But effectiveness of strategies, both the avalanche and snowball method can be effective depending on your financial situation and psychological motivation. Look, paying off debt takes discipline, you guys. I remember that prior to buying my home, I held a substantial amount of debt. I held that I had to pay off because I did not want it to affect my debt to income ratio in purchasing my home. So I knew that I wanted to pay these debts off. So I took a year. This was prior to buying my home, remember, and I had $28,000 in debt. Okay? I paid that off in 14 months. I did it because I sacrificed. Now, back in 2014, 15, no, I bought my house in 17. So in 14 and 15, Wi-Fi wasn't that important. We had pretty good cell service. Um, But I will say that I didn't have Wi-Fi for 2 years. I didn't have a lot of things for 2 years, but I needed that to happen so that I can now purchase my home. And I was able to do that. So I had to take care of a lot of business and I had to sacrifice. But one thing I would say that you have to sacrifice based on your um level of being able to sacrifice. I'm going to just say it like that. I didn't have a kid. I wasn't in a relationship. So, me suffering without Wi-Fi, me not going out to eat and eating cereal a few nights was not that bad. It was just me. I'm an adult. I'm good. But I don't want to say sacrifice your kids, like make them not eat for 2 days. That's crazy. You still have to live, okay? Let's not be diabolical with these thoughts. But yeah, but I was able to pay off that debt and purchase my home. And then I was able to even buy furniture for my new living room, and a stove and no, a refrigerator, a washer, and a dryer because I had that additional money left over. All right. Seeking professional help. Hello, knock knock. My name is Satara from Her Purpose Finance. I am the financial help that you are to seek. I am a financial advisor. I am a credit counselor and I personalize debt plans. Okay. I am actually going to school to be a CPA because I have all the knowledge, but I need some credentials. All right. So let's just clap for me right there. Okay. Thank you. Our conclusion: understanding debt, assessing financial situations, debt inventory creation, and strategic repayment methods. These are the things, take a screenshot of this. These are the things that you need to conclude with this. Because, yeah, I said a lot. Yeah, I talked about my life a lot, but you have to implement these plans into your own life because everyone's life is not the same. Again, I was a single mom, okay? But some people struggle with debt and they don't even have children. Some people struggle with debt and they're in relationships. So everybody's life is not the same. So while I told you my story, because I wanted you to know how effective I was and how motivated I was, you have to do it for yourself. If you need assistance, I am always here to help, but we have to do it ourselves. You know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I'm not saying that we are horses, but I'm giving you the water. I'm leading you to water. But if you don't drink it, you will stay. We will stay. I will stay exactly where I was. Okay? So that is the end of my slideshow. I really want to say thank you for logging on. Thank you for taking the time to listen. And remember, I am always here to help. You guys have a blessed day. See you not next Saturday, but the Saturday of February 15th at 11 a.m. Have a blessed day, guys.